Hey everybody, this is Steve at 1000 Year Home. Welcome aboard. So today I'm going to move my office into my my temporary bedroom over the winter. So eventually that bedroom will be my office. So I've got a couple of laptops, I've got a printer, and I have my Starlink. So I'm going to start tearing that down. I'm in the pop-up trailer right now. Gonna get all that set up. So we'll see what that looks like when I get all the way done. I'll set you up on stop motion while I move things, and it'll take me a little while. I like to dust it as I go. So let's see if I can get this all done. Well, I do live kind of small. Behind me is my computer desk all set up with my big monitor, my laptop, keyboard. I've got another laptop, but I could, get it out only when I need it. And now we're going to go get my Starlink. So there is a command to stow it, and I definitely recommend that if you're putting it away. I'll just be careful not to bump the bellum as I move it so that it doesn't, jam it, and replug it in and get it routed so that I'll have the router inside here and the Starlink on top of the connects. I just use clamps to clamp it down, and so far it's survived leftover hurricanes, so I think I'll be okay. So there's my Starlink up there. You can see that all I have is clamps. Now they might be rusted, we'll find out. And then the wire runs down and across all my stuff and over a little bit of the ground and into my pop-up camper. Now I'm going to move it, so we'll see how that goes. Now the one thing about the Starlink is, see how big that opening is? Now that'll fit in mine because I drilled out a in-floor brass library box that I could just pick up and thread through. But you'll want to make sure there's no way to undo that. I don't have a cable repair device, nor would I want to damage that. So let me go ahead and coil that all up. And I just fed it right through the pop-up trailer canvas. So again, that's one reason why it's cold in here when the wind blows. And there's the router and the power adapter, so I'll gather that up as well. And now the reverse process, I'm going to put the Starlink back up on the bedroom when it used to be on the storage near my pop-up. So in my hemisphere, the Starlink points north, and so I'll make sure that it points north. But when you plug them back in and power them up, they recenter anyway. I'll also make sure there's no trees, which you know that because there's 20 feet between these two. So let me go ahead and get that Starlink back up there. And just so you could see, all I did was take a Harbor Freight C-clamp and clamp it on. That's all I did. And then that sticks over the edge, and then I clamp the Harbor Freight C-clamp down to the edge. That way I'm not drilling any holes in the connects to make it leak yet. None of this is final, right? And I'll probably use the Starlink one day in my pop-up trailer when I travel. But, and I'll get a home base because home base is faster. Starlink, I believe, has 3 tiers. And business tier is fastest, and they give the most bandwidth and priority to. Then home with home dish, and then folks like me that are using the RV model. And you know, this I'm the tertiary, so. But I pay appropriately. I pay less money. Right. Just got me going up. All right, and then I go ahead and latch that lever that's sticking out with another C-clamp. And people say, oh, that's not enough, that's not enough. Maybe if you're on the coast and you're hitting a hurricane straight on or a tornado, at your house ain't gonna hold together either. This will, but it's gone through a couple of residual, you know, hurricanes, some big storms, 60+ mile-an-hour winds. It's been just fine. So I've got confidence. It's not like I'm going to lose the world if that blows off anyway. So I'll just buy another one. Continue along with my Harbor Freight solutioning here. You'll notice I've got a big Harbor Freight holding the cabling, but you'll find if you don't, and these are just the small Harbor Freight clips, if you don't clamp it off, then you're gonna mow it, you're gonna tangle it, and also it will bang in the wind. So I definitely tie it off so it doesn't bang in the wind. And these are metal, so until I get mine covered with an earth bag, you know, it go ping, ping, ping. All right, let me feed it up through there, and then we'll go in and I'll wrap this up and I'll test the electric and make sure I did it right. All right. And there you can see I fed it through there, and there's the little brass, I call this a library cover, but you'll find them underneath everything, so electrical. Now that should be enough cable for me to go underneath my bed. Same with the power cord. And notice I said earlier that it takes a big opening, so there you go. Pull it all the way through. To the wire. Now this isn't my final setup, but it's close. My final, of course, there'll be wires in the walls. There you go. This is Starlink router, and I'll plug that cable I just pulled in right there. And I'll plug in the power. go. It'll be a minute or two. The Starlink will find a satellite, and then I'll hook up my wireless, and bam, I'm good to go. Got power going. It's all wonderful. Alright, so you can see temporary power and temporary Starlink inside of a shipping container home. It's not a big deal. I didn't edit much here, probably maybe a half hour, going up and down the ladders, drilling some holes, doing some things. So I'm running mine temporarily off of one of my trucks that has a 7.2 kilowatts generator. It has 2 phases, so I could always run another cord in here off the other phase, run a lot of other stuff. So you know, there'll be a phone charger in here, some other things too, but you don't got to watch me hook those up. And then Starlink will recalibrate on the satellites, and then I'll have Starlink inside of this Connex. Now, this is a steel box, so when you put a router inside of a steel box, it greatly diminishes, you know, outside I'm not going to have wireless like I did when I was in a pop-up trailer, which only had canvas. So I'm accepting that. You just need to get a repeater and stick a repeater in through the Starlink. And I did buy the cable that has one RS RJ45 on it so that I can run it and run a new Ethernet someplace else, a repeater someplace else. I'm not going to do that today either. Just getting this set up is what I want to accomplish. All right, this is Steve, 1000 Year Home. So wishing you much success on your build. And listen, you can live pretty small. I had 3 outlets, and that'll get me by. But I'll run big solar and do some other things too. And then I can always add more outlets as I go. All right, you have a very good day. Thanks much. Like, subscribe.